Semifinal action now coming up in Bowling Green, Ohio on the TNT Monster Truck Challenge. The mecca of tractor pulling has also turned out some big numbers to cheer on their favorite monster trucks. And, well, one of the Chevy fans' favorites, that beautiful Nightlife Chevrolet. And the old reliable Chevrolet. This is the Carolina Crusher, Gary Porter of Waynesboro, North Carolina. We have documented throughout this broadcast on ESPN that Crusher's looking good. He just doesn't have enough top end because he didn't bring a tall enough gear. Let's see if that gives the advantage to Nightlife. Crusher is out of the blocks in good shape. And he's got plenty to put away the Nightlife. So Gary Porter, unhappy with his gear selection, nonetheless, has got enough to get into the finals as he decidedly defeats the Nightlife Chevrolet. Boy, he looks so good in between the sets of cars and is so smooth and has so much momentum built up. He just hits that second set of cars with everything he needs. Gary Porter, the Carolina Crusher, coming right into your living room and heading right into the Monster Smash Final. Army Armstrong is going to talk with the very personable Gary Porter of the Carolina Crusher.
We started this thing talking about all the controversy over the new trucks in 1990. You're running one of the oldest trucks in the circuit and going into the final, Gary.
No, Armin, that's what I was just thinking about. Do I need to build a new truck? You know, this truck is working, it's working this track right here, perfect. I'm lining up a little bit on the left side of the cars at a little angle, and, I'm bouncing over to the left a little bit, but, it seems to be lining me up just perfect for the second set of cars.
When you go to the bank to deposit that win and check, they don't ask you if it's a new truck or an old check. They just want to make an old truck. They just want to make sure the check's good, right?
That's right. The truck is really working this course good for me, and I'm really pleased with it. Except I wish I had just a little bit higher gear ratio in it. I'm turning the motor a little bit too high.
Again, Porter mentioning the gear ratio, and in the Monster Smash Final, he's either going to have to take on an Auto Value King KRUNCH that's running very smoothly, or the pet truck, the defending World Championship truck, the EQUALIZER, with its rookie driver, Greg HOLBROOK, out of Springfield, Tennessee. That's what's coming up here in the semifinal round, KRUNCH and EQUALIZER. And the Auto Value King KRUNCH, like the Carolina Crusher, still has hopes of coming from behind and surprising the EQUALIZER and Bigfoot to win this 1990 World Championship. Well, if KRUNCH wants to make up some ground, the way you make up the most ground is to win head-to-head against the guys you're trying to catch. Just a little bit ago, KRUNCH got a win over Bigfoot. Can he do it to EQUALIZER? We'll find out. He missed the cars. KRUNCH missed the cars. EQUALIZER beat him anyway, but that's going to be a disqualification as Scott Stevens completely missed the second set of cars. Now, when we go to the replay, again, remember the TNT ruling on making a legal run is that you must go up the ramp and hit that first car with both of your front wheels. And Scott Stevens doesn't even get close. He's barely got one wheel on the car. And the EQUALIZER had a beautiful, smooth run. We're isolated on Greg HOLBROOK and the EQUALIZER Chevrolet. Nice and smooth in between the cars. And with a whole bunch of momentum, he blows it out the other end for the win.
Greg HOLBROOK, you and the Carolina Crusher in the final. Last time you guys paired up, he nailed you. What's going to happen tonight?
Last time Armour had lost is my fault. I believe this time on this track, our truck, it can't be beat.
He's talking about gearing. He says he's running at his maximum gearing. Have you pulled everything out of this truck you can tonight?
No, I hadn't yet. I haven't been turning about 6,500 RPMs all night long.
You're going to be in a winner's circle?
I sure hope so. I'm going to give it all I got.
Boy, that may be the key to what's going to happen in the final. HOLBROOK says he's got plenty left, more cards to play, and it appears the Carolina Crusher has had to use everything he's got to get it this far. Again on the replay, Scott Stevens and the Auto Value King KRUNCH goes way off course, completely misses the cars, and is disqualified, allowing EQUALIZER to win it easily. Chris Chapman has caught up with Scott Stevens to see what his problem was on that second set.
Scott, before you were disqualified, it looked like you had him.
Yeah, the truck was running real good, and our suspension unloaded a little on me, and I got back in the gas a little too hard at the wrong time. It just kind of steered itself off the track. But, hey, the Auto Value King KRUNCH truck's still together, and we're happy about that. We ran some good times, and, we'll just put our stuff together for next week and, put it all together.
That puts Carolina Crusher and EQUALIZER into the Monster Smash on the TNT Monster Truck Challenge. We'll return to Bowling Green in just a moment. You'll see the finals right here on ESPN. Bowling Green, Ohio, on the the TNT Monster Truck Challenge has brought it down to a final two. A couple of Chevys, the Carolina Crusher and the Equalizer. Army Armstrong has been closely observing all night long. Let's get Army's thoughts before the championship matchup.
Well, the final set in Bowling Green, we said earlier, is going to be an all-Chevrolet show. Here's the way it goes down. The last time these two trucks met, the yellow truck won. The old pro, Gary Porter, he intimidated this kid out of Tennessee. The driver from Tennessee says he made a mistake. It's not going to happen again. The kid from Tennessee going against the old pro. It's final time. Let's see who's going to nail this one.
Certainly, the driver's experience level is a factor, but the bigger factor from what the guys have been telling us in the interviews all throughout today's program is that Carolina Crusher, despite the fact that he's gotten to the finals, just doesn't have quite enough gear. And now that he has to go head-to-head with the Equalizer, he may have a big problem. The Equalizer will be on the right-hand side of your screen, Crusher on the left. In the Monster Smash Final at Bowling Green, it's showtime! Even to the second set. That gearing situation for Carolina Crusher apparently left him about one truck length short. And the Equalizer has taken home the title from Bowling Green, Ohio. Watch it again and note that out of the hole they're even. Coming to the second set, they're even. But the taller gear apparently gives it to the Equalizer and Greg Holbrook. He's your winner in Bowling Green, Ohio on the TNT Monster Truck Challenge. We're isolated on Greg Holbrook in the Equalizer. A beautiful, straight, smooth shot that puts him in victory lane. Equalizer wins it. Greg Holbrook and Gary Porter will join Army Armstrong in the winner's circle.
Well, the finals went down in Bowling Green. Reverse the tables from the last time these two trucks met. This kid's definitely learning, isn't he, Gary?
He is. He's learning real fast. You know, he has an excellent truck. You know, Gary Cook built him to drive, and he's doing an excellent job driving. You know, I felt like I made a real good pass that run. I got a little too low a gear in my truck tonight, but I'll gear it up for tomorrow night. You know, we'll be back strong.
Well, nothing to be ashamed of. As usual, you did a great job. Let me bump over and talk to this kid. Hey, you're making a name for yourself. You're like a gunfighter of years ago. You're starting to knock off all these big guys, and they're going to be coming back after you hot and heavy now.
Yeah, I've had a lot of good luck. Gary's got the truck set up good. All I had to do was drive the truck. He'd already proven the truck would work.
You keep saying all you have to do is drive the truck, but, not everybody can do that. There's got to be a talent to driving this truck.
You just have to watch the cars. It's just like any other kind of sport. You got to be able to read the track and know what your truck will do every time.
You got to stay out on Bigfoot in a points chase. Tonight was something you had to do.
Yeah, we need to get as far as we can before they bring 8 back out, because he's going to be real tough.
Well, it's not that much longer before Bigfoot 8 will be back on the circuit. But will the lead be too big to make up? Equalizer is now stretched to 30 points over Bigfoot. The Automatic King Crunch and the Carolina Crusher are still right there, but they got a lot of ground to make up before they can catch the Equalizer. Awesome Kong still number 5. Then it's USA 1, the Gravedigger, the Nightlight, the Outlaw, and Buffalo Tremor rounding out the top 10 on the TNT Monster Truck Challenge for the 1990 racing season. Once again in Bowling Green, Ohio at the Wood County Fairgrounds, Equalizer does what he has to do. He takes home the victory, and he puts a lot more points between himself and the Bigfoot board. One more time, you're going to see the winning run in Bowling Green. We'll be looking for you next time with Army Armstrong and Chris Chapman as the TNT Monster Truck Challenge continues to battle toward deciding the 1990 World Champion. Keep it right here for the best monster truck action on ESPN.